Okay, so continuing from before. I forgot what I was talking about. Medical kits you can set down in Battlefield. You can set down in both games, but Battlefield 3 you cannot hold them while healing. Which is, you know, makes it a little bit harder considering I always play as medic in Battlefield 3. Yeah, medics are not given knives. Ow. So what you can do is defibrillate them, which essentially shocks them to death. And I obviously failed at that terribly just now. The special forces again, and move it towards the main entrance, which is, you know, the name of the base over there. What are you doing, Carlson? Die. Oh, this is always fun. Oh crap. No. Yeah, tank, anti-aircraft tank. Those are always fun to deal with. I'm obviously doing very well with a negative kill-death ratio fighting against terrible AI. Okay. Does anybody have a vehicle I can use before that that jet destroys me? Oh, absolutely. No, I'm dead. Oh, jets are also in this game, but I can't find a map with any right now, considering I'm not playing the AIX mod, which is much better. It's very fun. Reactors. Is this oh yeah, this map is called Dalian Plant. It is a nice map. I don't know why I'm playing on the small version right now, but this is the small version. And, there is a larger version of this map, in which there's an aircraft carrier out in the ocean that way, and there's a bunch more bases, jets and helicopters and everything. And there's even a, crap. Watch this. Oh, crap. Well, that was a total failure at jumping out of the way, which you probably couldn't tell, but I tried to do. At least I killed him. I killed myself in the process. Spawn. Okay, so, unless you have a... Battlefield is a, very open kind of first-person shooter. The maps are huge. And this is the, you know, the small version of this map. And compared to other first-person shooters, this is still big. But it's nice because they have vehicles to get you around in them. And I much prefer this style of game compared to, you know, other first-person shooters, Call of Duty, which I despise, and others. I'm going to pick up this guy's kit. If you crouch and hit G next to a guy, it will give you his kit. And this guy's Chinese, so I got a Chinese gun. I think I'm playing as the Chinese Special Forces. Which is, you know, different per rate, or different per army. The MEC, I don't know, which stands for Middle Eastern Coalition. These guns are so powerful. MEC stands for Middle Eastern Coalition. And the Middle Eastern Coalition is one of the enemies in this game. It's kind of like the PLR in Battlefield 3, which, if you've never played the campaign or you've never played Battlefield 3, is the other side generally, unless you're playing multiplayer, which is the Russians. Very original, I know. So this is their last base. If we manage to capture this base, what will happen is they won't be able to spawn, and their tickets will go down more quickly. Oh, okay, so they've overrun another of our outposts. But if they were not to do that, and I were to capture this base, this base would be ours, obviously, and then they wouldn't be able to spawn. When you can't spawn, you have to rely on the teammates that are on the map to capture base before you can spawn again. And if they don't capture the base, they'll eventually. Ow! Holy crap! Oh, that was artillery. If they don't capture base, then they'll die. All their tickets will instantly go to zero if there are none of their guys on the map and they can't spawn. And so you win. That way, you know, you don't have to wait for 3 years for all the tickets to count down, which would be an extremely bad design and really boring. Surprise. This is a Special Forces kit, as I said before. This has a laser sight in I think it's either an M4 or an M16. I can't tell because it doesn't tell me in the enter menu, which is this. And it doesn't tell me, so I can assume that it's an M16 because it looks a lot like an M16 or an M4. It's got a laser sight, which is much nicer than the iron sights. In order to change your firing mode, you want to scroll and just click on that. Right now I'm fully automatic. Go to semi-automatic right there. Because fully automatic is a lot easier to work with when I'm in close combat. Go and switch that. This game is a lot different, considering your primary weapon is in the middle of your scroll list, which is kind of confusing. Because I have to scroll up to get to my secondary weapon, which is... Oh, crap! I love the ragdoll effects in this game. You can throw people miles in the air, which is... it's surprisingly fun. You wouldn't think it's as fun as it is. But it really is fun. Oh. If I had friendly fire off, I would launch myself miles in the air. And because every soldier every soldier carries a parachute onto the battlefield, and never takes it off, and even when you land while you're holding a parachute, it automatically packs itself back into your backpack for use instantly. Which is, you know, convenient for the soldier who's base jumping in the middle of a war. There are maps in AIX in which you do that. It's a really fun one, called, what's it called? I don't know, it's some island, but the spawn point is in midair, and you just jump, and you fall. Unless you're parachuting, and then you parachute to the ground. Which is nice because you can control where you're going, and you can land on top of a Chinese soldier, and then, you know, knife him or whatever you please. Okay. Special Forces weapon is, I think it's something like the XIM8. I have no idea. It's a weird gun, but it's actually a really nice gun, although it's extremely loud. Hold on. Really? Did that really not explode? If I were playing AIX, keep talking about that while not playing it. If I were playing that, I would have a time bomb as well. Oh crap! I would have a C4 time bomb as well that I could run around with. Reload. That I could run around with. Plays counts down to 20 seconds. It's a little timer. Tiny little digital timer that you can watch, but you know, if you're watching a tiny little digital timer, oh crap. Thank you for that.
Position cleared and under control.
If you're watching a tiny little digital timer on a C4 time bomb until it gets to 0, you're not the most genius person. But I've done it. Shows you what I do for in my past. Oh, that guy didn't die in my pastimes. Oh, what was I gonna say? Okay, so 10 seconds left until part 2 is over. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, to